McErlane, another episode of Workout 101 on workouttrainer.com. Today I'm going to go over a movement that I see a lot of different people doing. Trainers having their clients do this in the gym. And I just want to talk about it because realistically, whether or not you agree with certain movements using the kettlebell or not, I'm not going to get into a debate. But just holding a kettlebell or a dumbbell and walking around, holding a kettlebell or dumbbell above the head, working the shoulders. Okay? All right, listen guys. In all seriousness, there are a lot of trainers, a lot of experts out there who get too functional. Whether or not you're standing on one of those vibra boards that a lot of gyms have, that actually research has shown to where it's caused a 10% decrease in strength. Standing on the, squatting on the, the vibrating platform. Research has been done showing a 10% decrease in muscle strength over the course of a 6-week period in trained individuals. I haven't really seen any research done about overhead kettlebell walks or whatever you want to call them. But ideally when a trainer tells you to do this, or you're walking around the gym doing this, let's think about things, okay? First of all, there's a lot of fads that come in and out of fitness, all right? Kettlebells have been around for a lot of years. Kettlebells are one of the most useful pieces of equipment that I personally believe in the gym. That's why I have them here. But when people start, especially trainers or experts, start thinking that they're doing things outside the box to be, taboo or a little on edge, start thinking about what they're doing. Okay, let's talk about this for a minute here. Shoulder stability. Shoulders are one of the most compromised joints I think that you ever have, at your disposal when you're training. What I mean by that is they're very easy to injure. A lot of guys have shoulder injuries. People ask me about behind the neck training, pressing exercises, pulling exercises. Yeah, it's good for you to do that. I never say no to a certain exercise or technique in the gym. I just ask why. So if you're doing behind the neck stuff, as long as you understand the technique, as long as you're not trying to press, 300 pounds or pull, do heavy lat pull downs and you're leaning forward, and you understand the technique and the reasons why you're doing that stuff, it's good. So my question to the experts or the trainers, the people walking around with a kettlebell above your head, what are you doing? Oh, my shoulders are on fire. Yeah, no shit. The reason why is because you're holding a damn kettlebell above your head. Here's the problem with that. If you're trying to grow a muscle, which in this case it's the shoulders, just don't think about an exercise that's hard. Yeah, standing on a stability ball, squatting is hard. Standing on a vibra board is hard, squatting. But then the research shows you're actually decreasing muscle strength in that instance. I have to do the research on this to figure out. My theory is it will actually create shoulder instability. Here's the reason why. You're locked out in a compromising position with a kettlebell that has a lot of free movement, okay? Yeah, you're not working on your core by holding the damn kettlebell and walking around the gym holding above your head. What's happening is you're in a locked out position here. Yes, the muscles are active, but because this ball and socket joint, this AC joint, which is called the acromioclavicular joint, is one of the most unstable joints in your body. The last thing you want to be doing is walking around with a 45 or 50 pound kettlebell doing this the whole time until you have muscle failure. When you have muscle failure in and around a joint, guess what happens? The ligaments take over, okay? That's what they're there for. The ligaments are there to support the joint. Same thing in a knee, okay? That's the same thing saying, I'm going to work my quads by standing on a vibra board, flexing my quads, and doing this all day long. That's too functional. It's a waste of time. If you want to get shoulders and you want to work those muscles, do active movement that is actually working the muscle through a stretch and a contraction, okay? Very seldom should you do certain things, especially if you're paying a trainer to do things to where you're sitting in it. Look, it doesn't take a genius to get in the hip position here against something and a trainer saying, all right, hold it for 5 minutes while the dude texts, okay? That's not what you're paying him for, all right? Yes, there is benefits to do active or static contraction, okay? There is benefits of time under tension, but that's not what's going to actually grow muscles. Muscles are actually going to grow based on movements of actual loads applied to that movement. Holding a kettlebell and walking around, it's hard. Your shoulders are going to be on fire, right? That doesn't mean that you're getting any benefits out of the areas that you're supposed to be growing, which are your shoulders. You want to do something with the kettlebells that's actually going to grow the shoulders, okay? Try kettlebell presses, okay? Try kettlebell side lateral raise, front raise. Kettlebell swings, which actually work more of your glutes. Kettlebell snatches. Those are the things that can help you. Now, here's the other thing too. If you don't even know how to do a kettlebell snatch, okay, you shouldn't be holding a damn kettlebell above your head. The reason why is because, again, the snatch is one of the greatest movements that you can do as a power movement, as well as that's a functional movement. That requires a lot of technique. You have to know how to actually catch, lock out your arm. The position of the elbow needs to be in a certain position to where you're not causing shoulder instability. Those types of things, guys, if you have trainers or experts or people who consider themselves fitness gurus, having you do certain things just for the sake of making you think that it's harder, don't be afraid to question those people. This, walking around the gym, growing your shoulders, sorry, if I were training somebody, or I saw it happen, I walk up to that person, I say, you're wasting your damn time. There's nothing that you're going to get a benefit. If you really want to do this, don't pay somebody to waste your time having them do this. It ain't easy. I'm not saying that it is easy. But squatting on a vibraboard, that's not easy. Research, 10% decrease in muscle fiber activity as well as strength. You detrained yourself by doing that. So don't always believe that the latest, greatest things that somebody's not doing in the gym. Listen, even CrossFit athletes these days, you see their WOD, their workout of the day. CrossFit trainer writes it up on the board for the day. Oh, squats, 3 sets of 10. It's no more timed movements going to muscle failure. A lot of these things are always going to come back to what works tried and true, which is the staples and the foundation, the Weider principles, which Joe Weider used to talk about and trumpet for years and years and years, guys. All these different fads, they come, they go, things always come back to the staples. So start questioning. Never say no, don't do that. Question why. I have not found a good answer walking around holding a damn kettlebell above your head looking like an idiot, I'm sorry, in the gym. Okay? A lot of people might debate me on that. Get your own video and debate me. All right? Do your own video and tell me exactly the reasons why it's beneficial towards not compromising the shoulder and the ligaments, especially if you're in lockout. That's biomechanics, guys. Lockout compromises shoulder stability to muscle failure. Locking out through movement, that's different, okay, than just holding it up here. Muscle starts failing, joints, okay, the ligaments start taking over. Next thing you know, your AC joint is open, and you can cause a lot, especially when you're walking around, stepping over obstacles. Don't do it. It's a waste of time. All right, so if you guys have any questions about this or anything else, make sure to ask me on the Workout Trainer Facebook page. You can click above on workouttrainer.com on the community section. Find myself underneath the trainers. Finding Mike McErlane, that's me. And you guys can ask me a question and we'll get back to you. Until next time, guys, take care.